Well, looky here. We're back with lesson 3, Hunger Games. All right, so remember we are in the conceptual crescendo and we are going towards a voluntary world. So in order to get there, we got to deconstruct this society to understand how society in general works. And in order to do that, we're going to deconstruct a fake society so we could see that later in our own.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Hunger Games. And may the odds be ever in your favor.
So, what I'm going to do is we're going to say, let's look back at the concepts that we did in lesson 1 and 2. Okay, the first one was collective self-reference, and the next one was social systems emerge from conceptual systems. So, now where are we going with that? Well, let me explain to you how this self-fulfilling philosophies idea comes about, how it happens, step by step. Then we can see how the social systems are actually emerging from these conceptual systems. But you'll actually see a little bit more than that. All right. So, the other thing too is I like to talk about society as games, right? We had some social settings before, and that was like a family, that was whatever. That could be seen as a game. And our whole society can be seen as a series of games. And so if we look at this game, we can see the properties of games. And we could see self-fulfilling philosophies. All right, so what's the basis of the Hunger Games? What is the essence? What are the beliefs that are the collective self-reference of the Hunger Games?
In 2 weeks, 23 of you will be dead. 1 of you will be alive. Who that is depends on how well you pay attention over the next 4 days.
Step 1, implant the belief. She implanted the belief, and then there are layers to this belief. So the belief is everyone will try to kill me. And the next level of that is that everyone has that belief. And the next level to that is everyone knows that everyone else knows that that belief is common. That's what's called common knowledge, when everyone knows that everyone else knows a certain thing. Okay. And there we go. So that was step 1, implant everyone with the belief. Step 2, the game emerges from the belief. So now that everyone knows that everyone's trying to kill them, now that they know that only one person will remain after a fight to the death, now you have a game. And in a basic game theoretic sense, what you have is this little diagram here. So you have, to oversimplify, you have 2 players. In reality, you have 24, but just for this one, we're going to say you have 2. And then you have 2 choices, kill or don't kill. And then, depending on what you choose, you have outcomes, and they go in this box. So I'm just going to lay this out here, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. But all of these things, the players, the choices, and the outcomes, emerge from the simple shared belief that everyone will try to kill me. So you can see the game emerges from the belief. Step 3, the game promotes the behavior. So this step has a lot of sub-steps, and I'm going to break it down.
Listen to them.
Yeah. I just don't want them to change me.
How would they change you?
I don't know. Turn me into something I'm not. I just don't want to be another piece in their game, you know?
You mean you won't kill anyone?
No. I mean, I'm sure I would, just like anybody else when the time came, but I just keep wishing that I could think of a way to show them that they don't own me. You know, if I'm gonna die, I want to still be me.
So the first one that I see is the external pressure or the external factors to the game. So the game is not just in isolation, the game is in a larger context. And I like to call that nested games or interlocking games. There's a larger culture surrounding this whole Hunger Games thing. There's propaganda, there's all the people in the Capitol, there's all these expectations, not to mention a history of the Hunger Games.
This was the uprising that rocked our land. 13 districts rebelled against the country that fed them, loved them, protected them. Brother turned on brother until nothing remained. And then came the peace, hard fought, sorely won. A people rose up from the ashes and a new era was born. But freedom has a cost, and the traitors were defeated. We swore as a nation we would never know this treason again. And so it was decreed that each year the various districts of Pan Am would offer up in tribute one young man and woman to fight to the death in a pageant of honor, courage, and sacrifice.
So now there's this kind of sense of the outside of the game and the inside of the game. The outside of the game creates the inside of the game. For example, District 1 and 2 have so internalized the propaganda and values of the game that they have committed themselves as a culture to producing the next winner of the game.
Easy career. You know what that is?
From District 1.
And 2. They train in a special academy till they're 18. Then they volunteer. By that point, they're pretty lethal.
But they don't receive any special treatment. In fact, they stay in the exact same apartment as you do. And I don't think they let them have dessert. And you can.
So how good are they?
Obviously, they're pretty good. They win it almost every year.
The next thing that he says is, I don't want them to turn me into something that I'm not. So what you see here is a difference between what PETA is intrinsically motivated to do and what he's extrinsically motivated to do. So the way that the game is shaped is that there's something pushing him from the outside to behave in a way that he disagrees with. And there's two parts to that. There's the overall culture that I just mentioned, and then there's the other players in the game who have that negative belief that was implanted in step 1. Everyone believes that everyone else is trying to kill them. And so that belief was implanted by the host. It didn't just kind of arise out of nowhere. And everyone knows that everyone else knows that it's a kill or be killed situation. And the game only exists because it's nested in a larger game.
Why do you think we have a winner?
What do you mean?
I mean, why do we have a winner? I mean, if we just wanted to intimidate the districts, why not round up 24 of them at random and execute them all at once? Be a lot faster. Hope.
Hope?
Hope. It is the only thing stronger than fear. A little hope is effective. A lot of hope is dangerous.
The choice of behavior, does he want to kill or not kill? Obviously, he doesn't want to kill, but like he said, I'm sure I would, just like anyone else. So that's his consideration of other people's minds. So because he's considering what the other person is going to choose, he's going to take the choice to kill. So let's look at this really quick. What is the best outcome? Well, clearly, if both parties were to stay alive, or to think of it as 24 people, all parties were to stay alive, that would require the don't kill choice, the mutual choice not to kill. So PETA says, I wish I could think of a way to show them that they don't own me. And that's, of course, the not kill situation. Now, the worst outcome would be the kill choice, that he and everyone else is choosing kill, which of course is the Hunger Games. And so what's happening here is that even though on the individual level, You can see that Peeta and Katniss, and of course many other players, don't want to behave in this murderous way. They don't want to kill people. You can really see the game promoting the behavior and not so much an innate desire to kill that is promoting the behavior. So that's an illusion. The illusion of innate murderousness, or the illusion of widespread negativity as being innate, is just that. It's an illusion. And so, of course, I call that self-fulfilling philosophies. Philosophies in this case being a collective self-referential belief about humanity. And in this case, it's a negative one. All right. Okay, so we just went through the 3 steps, right? So step 4 is just 1, 2, 3, and then whoop, back to step 1. So that's what I like to call a mind game. Because at the beginning, step 1 is just a belief. That's mental. And then you go through these series of things, and you come back, and it reinforces the mental thing. So to get back to our little metaphor over here, if this is a conceptual system and this is a social system, then you got mind and game, iterating through time like this breathing, circular causation. Anyways, who knows where that went? I don't care. I'm over it. I'm over this video. All right, so circular causation, all right? The conceptual systems create the social systems, which reinforce the conceptual systems. The psychological creates the social, which reinforces the psychological. The mental creates the games, which reinforces the mental. Mind games, psychosocial, all that stuff. It's all the same thing, you see? Because this is a system, and this is a system, and this whole thing is just one big fucking thing, all right? You get it? All right, done.